Hello again, it's Noob, and here we have a Dom Plura. And just look at the key. I mean, not only does it have, pretty nice bitting, but just look at all these stripes and grooves down the key. That's because of the warding inside that keyway. Just look at that. I mean, it just looks like let's get some more light in there for you. I mean, it just doesn't look pleasant, does it? It looks like a row of teeth. And it'd be quite off-putting when you see this type of lock. There isn't an easy way to sort of think, where do I put a tension tool, because they can all be quite too thick, or they don't fit at the angle at the bottom. Then it's like, well, what pick would fit in there? A lot of, picks in, say, 25 thousandths, they can't even get into the keyway. But sometimes, if you just get the right tool, and I've got this Peterson gem in 15 thousandths of an inch, it can just slip between this warding. It's not fully paracentric. It is towards the bottom, but there's enough room for you to get in a pick in about 15 thousandths of an inch. So that's the technique we're going to use. In terms of tensioning it, well, we can just about tension with a bottom of the keyway tension tool, albeit at a slight angle. If I had something thin enough, I'd probably try to tension off a groove in the warding there, and then try to put my tension tool in this little slot here, so it sort of grip in there, and then do that. But I don't have anything really thin enough to do that at the moment. So yeah, anyway, let's put this in a vise, have a pick, and then see if we can gut it. So we're in the vise. There is the key. Just check it's all nice and free in there. Good. Quite easy to accidentally trap something at the back of the lock and it won't open. Put my tension tool in, a bit of an odd angle, but should be okay. Put my pick in and just try to go for pin 6 at the back. Bit of a false set there, so just going to go through. See if there's anything else that would like to be picked. Anything that does, I'm just going to lift up. I can't feel anything on pin 1, nothing on 2. Just try, yeah, that was definitely pin 6 at the back. If I can't feel anything binding, it's because I've overset something. So it's about just trying to balance. There you go, picking the lock into a false set now. So that was pin 6 and then touching 5 onto 4 into a bit of a false set. So who is binding now? Not 2, not 3. Okay, so just testing. So 6, nothing on 5, nothing on 4. 3 doesn't want to be set yet. 2 maybe. 2, there we go. 1 now. Am I on 1? I think I'm on 1. Yeah. Oh wow, counter rotation, but that's so high up. Hope I don't drop anything. Oh, and we've got an open. So somewhere along the line I must have picked pin 3 without realizing it. But hey, I'll take that any day. So here we are, fully unlocked, and let's see if we can gut it. So it just shows that even with a keyway like that, as long as you have a pick thin enough and you just follow first principles of, if you set something and you don't feel anything else binding, you probably overset it, then it's not too hard. Right, I've got the key, but I might be able to just tease off this split ring circlippy type thing. Not split ring, what am I on about? It's quite late here in the UK, I'm clearly overtired. There we go. So I don't like to overwork these because you can bend them, it makes it annoying to put back on, so keep them sort of straight. So that's that bit. Let's grab a pinning tray and a shim, because I've got no idea what's going on inside here. Interested to know, it felt honestly just like spools, like they were relying on the keyway to provide that extra bit of security. So 6 pins. I can already see that we've got a mixture of brass and steel. Steel being sort of an anti-drill element. They also pick differently, or at least I believe they do. Ooh, torpedo pins. I did not expect that. They're so cool. And brass ones as well. Do you know what? These might be the first brass torpedo pins I've seen. All the ones I've seen, I think Multi Lock and Aaaah do them as well. But these are the first ones I've seen in brass, but everyone else seems to do them in steel. By the way, if you know of any other brand that does torpedo pins in brass, do let me know in the comments. Genuinely interested to know. It's like one of those little facts I'd like to store up in my head. Who else makes brass, not steel, torpedo pins? I'll show you what I mean in a second. Okay, so pin 1. Very nice spool. Lots of counter rotation on these. So a brass serrated. That's very cute. It's like a barrel pin, really. Another spool. Another little barrel pin serrated. I mean, they're not. This one, are they barrel pin? Yeah, they're barrel pins. So they act a bit like a T-pin. They sit in the keyway. You need to pick them twice. They feel like serrated pins when you pick them. And there we go. In terms of springs, they are all steel springs, and I won't tip them out because there's nothing interesting about seeing springs. So here we go. Look at this. In fact, I'd say they're less brass coloured, more bronze coloured. I wonder if they're bronze pins in this. Maybe it's just an older brass lock, but it's very interesting. So let me show you a couple of the pins here. So this is a torpedo pin. You can see why it's called that. It's like a teardrop shape. Acts a bit like a mushroom pin. This is an overset trap, so if you were to overpick it in the lock, I need a thinner pick to get up in there. If you overpick it, you'll see that it will go above the shear line, and then it will go into a false set on the key pin, which means you have to turn it back to let it drop back down into the keyway. Quite a good anti-pick feature to encourage you not to overset. Then these aren't anti-bump pins because they do go into the quite deep into the keyway. But what they are is that they are these little they're stepped, so you'll pick it and then it'll catch on the next sort of lip, and then you need to pick it again. So it acts sort of like a T-pin. Very cool. I'm just trying to see, actually, is it stepped or beveled? No, it's definitely a step. Definitely a step. Very small. And then we've got, obviously, very nice spool pins. Give that really nice counter rotation. So yeah, very cool little lock. Nothing happening in there either. So yeah, very cool little lock. The Dom Plura. Certainly a fun one to pick if you've got the right tools to be able to get inside, so you need 15 thousandths or below. But yeah, very cool. And thank you to my friend Yukov for lending me this awesome lock. If you like this lock or the video, please do leave a like. If you've got a comment about it, drop one below. I'll read them all, reply to as many as I can. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd really appreciate it if you did, because it really helps my channel out. And of course, I'll see you all next time.